Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Morning Constitution. I'm your host, Joel Hoxley, and as always, we've got a thought provoking discussion lined up for you today. Now, before we dive into uh, the programming, I want to remind you that this show is brought to you by J. Washington Network. Now, let's get started. I'd like to thank David Washington and John and the rest of the crew for the opportunity to bring you the Morning Constitution and get to talk to you about the history is where I'm kind of going today. Um, I wrote a blog. It was posted this morning at about 6:30, and it was titled the ghost of the old Whigs haunts the GOP. Can the No Labels Party rewrite the script? Now, I had a lot of fun writing it because it was one of those things where I got to look at a different perspective of what's going on, and I hope that you will take an opportunity to enjoy it. I see my glasses have finally decided to be crooked. That'll be fun for me to try to get through this show with that driving me crazy. But let's start with so let's kind of unearth the ghosts of the Whigs, right? Today, what we're going to do is we're going to delve into a piece from my Jane Washington blog that draws an intriguing parallel between the current state of the Republican Party and the bygone Whig Party. So, who exactly were the Whigs? Now, the Whig Party was a major political force in the 19th century. It found itself torn apart by internal conflicts, mainly revolving around the divisive issue of slavery. Much like the modern Republican Party, they faced challenges reconciling ideological differences within their ranks. So, the great compromiser, Henry Clay, the ghost of the Whigs find a face in Henry Clay. Known as the Great Compromiser, Clay was a towering figure in the 19th century. U.S. politics, especially in the U.S. politics, he played a pivotal role in various compromises. You should look them up, but they aimed mainly at delicate balance between Northern abolitionist sentiments and Southern pro-slavery convictions. Now, his attempts, however, ultimately led to the fracturing of the Whig Party. Now, you might be wondering, why does this historical comparison matter in today's political landscape? Well, I mentioned in the Jay in Washington blog, and I suggest that the parallels are chillingly familiar with the modern Republican Party, standing at a crossroads. It's similar to that of the Whigs. President Donald Trump, much like Henry Clay, has disrupted traditional conservative values, leading to internal divisions and alienation of some key demographics. The, the natural question that arises is why did the Republican Party replace the Whigs? Now, the Whigs faced a moral dilemma concerning slavery, and the Republican Party emerged in the 1850s as a coalition of anti slavery activists, former Whigs, and free soilers. The Whigs dissolved and the Republicans stepped in, reshaping the political landscape. Now, as we navigate through these historical echoes, a glimmer of hope appears on the horizon. The No Labels Party, this emerging force, advocates for bipartisanship and common ground solutions, presenting itself as a potential escape hatch from the partisan gridlock. But who are they? And can they truly rise as a viable third force? David Washington and I have, uh, David actually has engaged the No Labels Party. We are hoping to, you know, get them on one of our segments. I'd love to have them here on the Morning Constitution, then on You Can't Make This Shit Up, and even have them tape a show with David Washington on the David Washington show, uh, so you can really get to know who they are. But of course, the No Labels Party faces its own set of challenges. Gaining electoral traction, building a strong base, and overcoming the entrenched two-party system. Nevertheless, their existence underscores a yearning for this political pragmatism and compromise, appealing to disaffected members of both major parties. And that's where you see, like, the Whigs didn't just take and get destroyed because of the Republicans. The Democrats took a huge hit at the same time. So that's the thing that we could see with the No Labels Party. So we have to kind of see that setup and say, hey, where are they going to go? So again, we're hoping that this year, this exciting election year, that we'll have the No Labels Party. Hopefully, we can have some representation from the Republicans and the Democrats. Let's talk about these different things going into the election season. I'm excited, because so as we wrap up today's discussion, the ghost of the Whigs serves as a stark reminder. Will the Republican Party follow a similar path and fade into obscurity, or will the No Labels Party emerge as a new force reshaping the American political landscape? The future remains unwritten. One thing is for certain: the consequences of the prioritizing ideology over unity and personal ambition over the common good are clear. It's a cautionary tale of all parties as we head into the 2024 election season. Let's reflect on the importance of finding common ground and a brighter future in American democracy. So, thank you for joining us on the Morning Constitution as we embark on this exciting election season. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions. Remember, the past informs the present, and together we'll navigate the ever evolving landscape of American politics. Until next time, I'm Joel Hoxley, signing off and thanking you for joining me today.